You know the feeling. It's that familiar sinking sensation in your stomach when you send a message and suddenly the world seems to pause. Your mind starts to wander, replaying every word you typed, wondering if you should have added an emoji, or maybe left one out. The silence on the other end feels deafening, even though it's only been a few minutes. You send a text and now you're checking your phone every 5 minutes, sometimes even more often, as if staring at the screen will magically make a reply appear. Each time your phone buzzes, your heart skips a beat, only to realize it's just a notification from an app you barely use. The message is delivered, or worse, it's been read. You see those little read receipts, and yet there's no reply. The anticipation builds, and with every passing minute your thoughts spiral further. Your mind races. Did I say something wrong? Was my joke not funny? Are they busy, or are they ignoring me on purpose? You start to question not just the message but yourself. Suddenly a simple text feels like a test you're failing. This waiting game is modern-day torture, putting your mood in someone else's hands. It's as if your happiness is on hold, pending someone else's response. You feel powerless, frustrated, and maybe even a little embarrassed for caring so much. You start crafting desperate follow-ups in your head, maybe a casual, "Hey, just checking in," or a nervous, "Did you get my last message?" But deep down you know sending them won't help. In fact, it might make things worse. Those extra messages only add to the anxiety. They make you feel even more vulnerable, as if you're chasing after someone who's already moved on. It's a cycle that's hard to break. The real problem? You've handed over your power, letting a single message dictate your entire day. Your self-worth starts to hinge on whether or not you get a reply, and that's a heavy burden to carry. But what if you could flip the script? What if instead of waiting anxiously, you could feel calm and confident no matter how long it takes for them to reply? Imagine expecting a reply, not just hoping for one. Imagine knowing that your message was worth sending, and that you're worth responding to. That kind of confidence changes everything. The anxiety you feel isn't your fault. It's a natural reaction in a world where instant communication is the norm. But you don't have to live with it. You can learn to manage it, to take back control, and to stop letting unanswered texts ruin your day. You don't need a new phone, you need a new strategy. One that helps you detach your mood from someone else's response time and lets you focus on what really matters, your own peace of mind. With the right approach, you can boost your reply rate and your confidence at the same time. You'll stop overthinking every message and start enjoying your conversations again. Are you ready to stop letting text control your mood? Are you ready to feel empowered no matter what's happening on the other end of the screen? It's time to take back your power. Let's learn the secret together and turn texting from a source of stress into a source of confidence and connection. Let's talk about a game changer in texting, something that can completely transform the way people respond to you. It's called the open loop, and once you master it, you'll notice your conversations become more engaging, more fun, and way more memorable. The open loop is surprisingly simple but incredibly effective. All you have to do is end your text with a statement that sparks curiosity and hints that there's more to the story. It's like leaving a door slightly open, inviting the other person to peek inside and see what's waiting for them. Think of it as a gentle cliffhanger, just enough to make them wonder, what happens next? It's not about being mysterious for the sake of it, but about creating a sense of anticipation and excitement. For example, instead of the usual, "How was your day?" try something like, "You won't believe what happened to me today." Instantly, you've shifted the energy. Now they're curious. They want to know more. Why do we binge watch our favorite TV shows, episode after episode? It's because of cliffhangers. That feeling of, "I need to know what happens next," is powerful, and you can use that same principle in your texts. The open loop taps into a basic part of human psychology. Our brains crave closure. When we're presented with an unfinished story or a hint of something exciting, we feel compelled to find out the rest. And here's the thing, it's not manipulation. It's just how we're wired. We're naturally drawn to curiosity, to stories, to the promise of something interesting just around the corner. When you hint at a story, a secret, or something unexpected, people can't help but want to know more. It's like giving them a puzzle piece and letting them wonder what the whole picture looks like. Try sending a message like, "Remind me to tell you about the wild thing I saw at the gym." It's playful, it's intriguing, and it invites a response without demanding one. You're not just asking for attention, you're offering a little spark of fun, a reason for them to look forward to your next message. It makes texting feel less like a chore and more like an adventure. Suddenly you've flipped the script. Instead of you waiting for their reply, now they're the ones eagerly checking their phone, wondering what you'll say next. You've shifted the power dynamic in a subtle, positive way. You're the one with the story, the surprise, the secret to share. And the best part? People want to reply. They want to close the loop, to satisfy their curiosity. It's an irresistible invitation that's hard to ignore. So, if you want to get more replies, almost every single time, start using the open loop. Make your texts a little more intriguing and watch how quickly the conversation comes alive. Let's see the open loop in action. You might be wondering, does this really work in everyday life? The answer is yes, and it's surprisingly easy to use no matter who you're talking to or what the situation is. Let's walk through some real-world examples so you can see exactly how to put this technique to work in your own conversations. Imagine you've just had a great date. Most people send a simple, polite follow-up like, "Had a great time?" But that's forgettable. Instead, try this. "Morning, I just remembered the funniest thing from last night. I'll tell you at lunch." See the difference? You're not just being polite, you're planting a seed of curiosity. Now, they'll be thinking about you and that mysterious funniest thing all morning. Looking forward to your next message or meeting. This small change makes your conversation memorable and gives them a reason to want to see you again. Or let's say you're making plans with a friend. Instead of the usual, "Are we still on for Friday?" you could say, "Found a bar with the weirdest cocktail name, gotta tell you about it." Suddenly your message isn't just about confirming plans. It's about sharing an inside joke, a story, or a surprise. You're giving them something to look forward to, and you're making the conversation more playful and engaging. This approach works especially well when you want to keep things light and fun. Open loops aren't just for your social life. They work at the office, too. Instead of a bland, "Let's talk about the project," try, "Hey John, I have an idea for the project that could save us hours. Let me know when you have 5 minutes." Now, you've piqued John's interest. He's much more likely to respond quickly because you've hinted at something valuable and time-saving. This technique can help you stand out as a creative thinker and a problem solver at work. Flirting, the open loop is your secret weapon. Instead of a generic compliment, send, "I just saw something that made me think of you, and I can't stop laughing." Instantly, you've created a sense of mystery and playfulness. They'll be dying to know what you saw, and you've set the stage for a fun, flirty exchange. This keeps the conversation lively and makes you more memorable. Even with family, open loops can make your messages more engaging. Instead of a simple update, try, "You won't believe who I ran into at the store. I'll call you after dinner." Now, your family member is curious and looking forward to your call. It's a great way to spark conversation and keep your relationships warm and connected, even with people you talk to every day. The key is to make your cliffhanger relevant and interesting to the person you're messaging. Think about what would genuinely intrigue them, and tailor your message accordingly. It's not about being manipulative, it's about making your conversations more dynamic and enjoyable for both of you. Remember, you're not just teasing for the sake of it, you're offering something they want. Whether it's a funny story, a helpful idea, or a shared experience, you're giving them a reason to stay engaged and keep the conversation going. That's how you get them to reply, by sparking their curiosity and making them eager to hear more. You'll notice people respond faster, with more enthusiasm, and your conversations will feel more natural and exciting. The beauty of the open loop is that it's adaptable, playful, and powerful. You can use it with friends, family, coworkers, or even new acquaintances. It works in almost any situation, and the more you practice, the easier it becomes to come up with creative, intriguing messages on the fly. So, try it in any conversation. Experiment with different types of open loops and see how people respond. You'll be surprised at how much more engaging and enjoyable your interactions become, both for you and for the people you're talking to. Why does the open loop work so well? It's all about the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains remember unfinished business, we crave closure. When you say, "I have a story for you later," you create mental tension. They need to know what happens next. It's the same reason cliffhangers keep us watching TV. The open loop taps into our curiosity and our need to solve little mysteries. Plus, it shifts the social dynamic. You're the one with something to offer. You're not chasing, you're inviting. That confidence is magnetic. You become the person they want to hear from. Open loops are powerful, but your whole texting style matters. Make your messages fun, positive, and personal. Avoid empty texts like, "Hey," or "What's up?" They put all the work on the other person. Instead, lead with value. "I'm debating if pineapple on pizza is genius or madness. Thoughts?" Keep text concise, especially early on. No one wants a wall of text. Match their message length to build rapport. As things progress, longer chats will come naturally. Don't be afraid to end the conversation on a high note. This was fun. I'm off to the gym. Talk soon. Show you have a life beyond your phone. Leave them wanting more. That's how you become someone they look forward to texting. Make every message count. Your energy matters more than your words. If you text from anxiety or neediness, it shows, even if you say the right things. True confidence is knowing your worth isn't tied to a reply. Detach your self-esteem from texting outcomes. After you send a message, put your phone down and do something else. Live your life. Don't wait by the phone. Keep your texts positive. Share good news, a funny meme, or a genuine compliment. Be the bright spot in their day. The most attractive quality? Being happy and secure with yourself. Build a life you love, independent of anyone's attention. When you're fulfilled, you stop seeking validation. You text to share your awesome life, not to fill a void. That's the vibe people can't resist. Timing matters. Don't text super early or late unless you know their routine. Avoid work hours, your message might get lost. Best times? Lunch breaks or early evenings when people are relaxed and on their phones. Pay attention to their schedule. If they mention a quiet Sunday, that's your window. Use what you know to time your text for maximum impact. But don't overthink it. Be natural. Respond within a few hours when you can. Don't play games with delayed replies. Be thoughtful, not manipulative. You sent a great text, but silence. Don't panic, and don't send a follow-up asking if they got it. Give them space. People get busy. By not chasing, you show confidence. Often they'll reply later with an apology. If days pass and you still want to reconnect, start fresh. Don't reference the old message. Send a meme, a photo, or a new open loop. Make it easy for them to jump back in. If you're met with silence after a couple of tries, move on. No reply is a reply. Don't waste energy on someone who isn't interested. Your attention is valuable. Give it to those who reciprocate. Their silence frees you up for better connections. You've learned the secret to confident, magnetic texting. The open loop gets replies by sparking curiosity and inviting engagement. Lead with value, keep it positive, and end on a high note. Build real confidence. Detach your self-worth from replies. This isn't just about text, it's about taking control of your emotional state. You're no longer a passive waiter, you're an active, confident communicator. Ready for your challenge? Think of someone you want to hear from. Craft an open loop message, something intriguing, promising, and fun. Send it, then go do something you love. This is your first step to texting mastery. You've got this. Go get that reply.